The eye is just extraordinary. It's an extension of your brain. It's an extension of the central nervous system. You can see blood vessels in the eye just by looking at it, and nowhere else in the human body can you see blood vessels. My name's Amy Cohn. My OW year was 1993. I'm currently an ophthalmologist, which is actually an eye surgeon. I love my job. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I love the fact that the surgery itself that we do can restore people's vision, and to do that, there's really no greater high, from a professional standpoint for me. During my time at Wesley, I embraced all the sporting opportunities that were offered to me, and my three favourite were probably swimming, water polo and netball, and I was lucky enough to be the recipient of triple honour colours in those three sports. I remember quite distinctly being the youngest member of the swimming team to go to a Healesville pre-season training camp, which ultimately led to me being captain of the girls swimming team in my year 12, and we took home the cup that year, and holding that APS championship cup aloft was an amazing memory for me. When I was at school, my strengths really were sciences and maths, and I also had a passion for sport. In my mind, the logical extension of that would have been physiotherapy, and that's exactly what I enrolled in. And then during O week of first year, I had an epiphany, which was that I should do medicine. So halfway through O week of first year, I transitioned from physiotherapy to medical school. During my intern year, I was fortunate enough to be introduced to two ophthalmologists who gave me a real appreciation of what an ophthalmologist does day to day. It was through those mentorships that I really gained an appreciation and a love of both research and surgery. Coeducation for me was entirely normal. I have one brother, and so for me, socialising and being educated with boys was just my norm. I think it's really important to have a coeducation because that's life. You deal with members of both sexes on a day-to-day basis, and the earlier that becomes normalised for you, I think that's a fantastic opportunity. I never had the feeling at Wesley that I was made to feel different because I was a girl, or particularly a girl who was interested in maths and sciences. I was only ever encouraged rather than any other experience. Creativity and curiosity are absolutely essential to being a good doctor. When you are creative, you think outside the box. You don't accept what is told to you necessarily. You question things. You want to look for alternative solutions. Currently, I'm what's called a Senior Research Fellow at the Centre for Eye Research Australia, or CIRA as the acronym is. And I study both very common diseases and very rare diseases. So age-related macular degeneration is the commonest cause of blindness in elderly Australians. And currently I'm involved in research to look at an early intervention for AMD. When you have AMD, you lose your central vision, and currently, when you have very early manifestations of the disease, there's no possible treatment. So what we did at CIRA is established a treatment trial to see if we laser people's retinas, which is the back of the eye, to see if we could slow the progression of the disease. In addition, I also study really rare diseases. So an example of that would be something called macular telangiectasia. And this is a degenerative condition that is very rare within our community, but again leads to loss of central vision. Many of the incisions that we make for surgery are anywhere from 1 millimetre to 2.5 millimetres wide. And so you're really working in a very small space, and I love that precision. I love how accurate it is. Teachers can absolutely change your decision making. And really it was only in year 10 when I had a particular biology teacher and a particular chemistry teacher that really encouraged me to stick with 2 sciences and 2 maths. They just showed unwavering faith in me, and I'll never forget that support, and that has ultimately led to me being able to get into medicine firstly, and has led to my career today. This is my very first classroom, and I remember standing in about this spot just feeling overwhelmed by the sea of purple around me, but really when I look back now it just seems incredible. I love being back here. I found Wesley to be a true education. I would never like to think that your time at school would only be about your marks and your final results in your year 12. I think that it's merely a stepping stone, an important stepping stone, but really life after school affords so many opportunities. And Wesley gives you the platform to be a well-rounded and balanced person. I think that Wesley affords an amazing opportunity for children, no matter what their passions, whether they be sport, whether they be music, whether they be art. Wesley provides that opportunity for children to excel, It's only really if you do something that you love that you wake up every day and you think, this is exactly what I want to be doing. And I think that probably reflects that Dare to be Wise motto, and certainly I embrace that.